Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. I would like to talk about this concept of 100 and 100 equals 200%. If you are a member or a subscriber to this channel, you want marriage. And hopefully you are in the dating arena, you're in the dating landscape, and I am in the dating landscape. And I come here to share my experiences dating. You have to have a thick skin. You have to have a thick skin. And so what I am coming across are men who are not 100% committed to finding a monogamous, committed, long-term relationship. Many men are not, but I believe in the almighty power of the universe of God, and that if I keep showing up, eventually, soon I'm going to meet a man who is just right for me. But in the meantime, as you know, I was in a relationship that I thought was headed toward marriage. And what I discovered pretty early was that he wasn't 100% committed to the relationship. And I'm not talking about he cheated, because I didn't discover any of that with him. What I'm talking about is 100% committed to making the relationship work. 100% committed to creating a happy, healthy, whole relationship that leads to marriage. He said that he wasn't 100% sure within himself if we should move forward. And I was a little bit surprised by that, but then not really. So what I mean by 100% is that each party being 100% is that you and your partner are committed to your marriage, that you are committed to working out your differences and coming to a happy medium. So, the Bible talks about marriage being, or loving your partner is sacrificial. So it means that the individual person has to die in you, and the individual has to die in the other person. And that now, instead of what do I want, at least all the time, when you're a single person, all you have to do is think about, what do I want? What do I feel like doing? What do I feel like eating? Where do I feel like going? What do I want to do today? When you are in relationship and marriage, it's a totally different thing. There are times where you can do what you want, but there's always another person to consider. And if you have children, there's another, there is the children to consider. So your partner, your husband, the children, yourself, and all the things that children have to do depending on their ages. But let's leave them out of the equation, children out of the equation, because we all know that. But let's just talk about 100% from him and 100% for you. What I have discovered in my relationship is that he's not committed. He's not committed to the dying of his ego and his individuality to move forward in the relationship. And that's not a bad thing. That's just something that I realize and I don't want any part of. Because to move forward is to create doom for the relationship and for the marriage. That means 200% commitment means that you're not letting anybody else get in. That you're not going to let your children get in. You're not going to let, your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy. Nobody is going to come between you and your partner. He is first to you and you are first to him. And that creates a bond that is so tight that people are going to be like, people will be able to see it and people will be able to feel it. You're not going to get in the middle of us. And where this gets tricky, and I've seen this from a distance, is when the couple has been together, maybe not that long, maybe say 5 years. They've been married about 2 to 5 years, and they go to this social function. And generally speaking, wives dress differently than single women. Single women, especially today, they let everything hang out. Their breasts, their butts, they just let it all hang out in an attempt to get male attention. But they don't know that you're getting the wrong kind of male attention, because what you're really saying on your forehead is loose. Loose, 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 loose. You don't have to do much to get me in bed. I'm kind of desperate and I'm willing to do pretty much anything to get a man. And the wives are usually dressed more modestly. I'm not saying that they're not fashion forward or they're not fashionable, but usually they are dressed a little bit more modestly. So let's say what's coming up, sports coming up, like basketball, I think is coming up, or football. So they're at a social event at someone's home, so it's intimate, and there are couples there, and there are single women and men there. And this is how I've seen it play out. I have been one of the single women there. So there's a couple that's there. I know that they're married because I saw them come in together. And then there are a group of single women, they come in one at a time, 2 or 3 at a time, and they're dressed provocatively. And so the wife is somewhere else in the home talking, and the husband is in the kitchen where the food is nicely prepared and nicely laid out, and he's filling his plate with some hors d'oeuvres and, little munchies and stuff. Finger food, I call it, but I guess they call it hors d'oeuvres. And a single woman, attractive, a little provocatively dressed, she starts talking to him about, have you had that? Does that taste good? How does that taste? And who you're rooting for, who's your team, and so forth and so on. And so give it about, 1 or 2 minutes of chit chat, and then the wife walks in. And so he's so engrossed in the conversation with the single woman that he doesn't realize that his wife has walked up and is beside him. So he does not know how to disengage from the single woman, and give his wife his attention, and then introduce his wife to the single woman. Say, oh, this is my wife. This is Sharice. Sharice is the friend of, cousin of, here of, team, whatever. But just include his wife in it. So now he's stumbling over his words, and his wife has to interrupt the conversation and ask him a question to get him out of his fog or his haze from the attention of the new woman, the single woman. So I've seen that play out over the years, this scenario that I just described. Men have a hard time, most men have a hard time disengaging from the flirtation and attention of a new woman. She could be single, or she could be married, but usually married women don't go around talking, creating conversation with men. Usually, it's the single women that do that. And so that such scenario I've seen that play out many years. So I'm 63, so I've been dating all of my life. So I've seen that situation play out more times than I care to talk about. And maybe it's even happened to me. I can't really recall. That's how long I've been dating. I can't recall every situation. But yeah, and so I'm talking about that kind of stuff. The man being so 200% into his marriage like this, that when his baby walks up, he immediately stops talking to this woman or another woman and introduces, hey, this is Cherie, this is Katie or Catherine, my wife. And I love it. Those men who know to do that, they just, like if they're talking to another woman or even a man, they stop talking. They take their wife by the small of the back. They guide her into the conversation and they say sweet things like, this is my better half. This is my partner in crime. And she's blushing, and it's just a sweet thing to see, and something that I don't see as often as I used to see it. It's missing. It's missing today. It's missing today. It's missing today. I want the 200% relationship. Do you? Where I'm 100% in, he's 100% in, and together we create this relationship that is impenetrable, cannot be penetrated by others, that cannot be penetrated by others. Am I living in a dream world, or is that a dream world? Or is that something that can really be created by a couple who is 200% committed to each other, their marriage, and creating happiness and sealing up all of the leaks in their relationship? Let me know in the comments what you think. And remember, I have a free dating guide. If you need help with dating, getting started, email me at thehypergamishjourney@gmail.com. And if you need hand holding, let's talk about it. Email me at thehypergamishjourney@gmail.com. I have merch under this video. Click the join button for membership. And November 29th, which is a Tuesday, I will do another live at 7 p.m. And Affirmation Journals, they can be purchased on Amazon. And if you would like to donate, Buy Me a Coffee is where you can donate. And thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.